welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. Gonna work on one of my smaller root over rock creations today. But first I just wanted to bring this guy in just to show off for a second and show the leaf production that I've achieved on this one. This is actually a leaf from the tree that I took this cutting from, and you can see the difference there. No tree's ever really truly finished, but this is one of the trees I've been working the longest, and I've been happy with what size it is, and I want to keep it nice and small, and so I've been working it pretty hard. And right now it just rained the first time just the other night, so it's just starting to go through a growth spurt. The leaves are going to start getting a little bit too big and out of proportion for it, so it's not time to work it yet. But I did just kind of want to show it off, what it looks like. I've chosen that other side for the front so it doesn't have this scar. But as the tree grows, and as that scar does eventually get covered up there, I could see maybe switching fronts, but we'll just see how things go with this guy. Again, just wanted to show it off real quick. And I ordered a little stand from Amazon. I wanted to see what that would look like too. Alright, and here is the tree I'm actually going to work on today. A little root over rock. If you watch my channel, you see most of my root over rocks are over much bigger rocks. I started this not long after those, just thinking, I thought my choice of rock was perhaps a little bit too big. So I started this one with a much smaller rock. At first, I thought it wasn't going to work out at all, and the rock was going to be way too small. But as it's kind of coming along, and I've just left it alone and left it in this pot, seems to be doing okay and looking okay. Like I said, about 7 months ago, I got some wire on it. It is time for that wire to come off. I think a few of my trees I was worried about, I was overworking some of it for the sake of just trying to make videos for the channel. And so I've tried to leave some of them alone, and in the meantime, I think I left a few of them alone a little bit too long, and I think this is one of them. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Again, I really, every now and again, I might have went in and gotten a couple branches that were sticking out way too far, but I really have done almost nothing to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to defoliate everything except a couple spots that I'm just not really all that sure what I'm going to do with those particular branches. But I am just going to try to shut up and get to work here, because sometimes when I try to talk and work at the same time, I keep pausing and I lose track of what it is I'm trying to talk about, and I lose track of what it is I'm trying to do. So I'm just going to work at getting it exposed a little more, make some branch selection, get the wire off. All right, so that's about it. I was going to wait till the very end to go through and eliminate most of the growing tips, but I just kind of did it as I went along. And the last thing I just wanted to look at was this branch here is feeding this root, so I want to keep it. Plus, without it, there's just nothing on that side. And I'm actually thinking that next time I repot it, I can repot it a little more at this type of an angle. And I may decide I want to keep something over there. But it is just, I cut off, there was a long branch shooting out that way. It's just never really grown a branch in the direction I want. This one's going straight down. This one's not really going straight up, but it's not exactly how I envision it being either. I'm going to take that off just because it's a little tiny shoot. Don't think it'll really amount to much anyway. And then what I want to try to do is, because this is going straight down off of an old wound there, I want to take and perhaps take my concave cutters here, take off a big chunk of that, and then I'll defoliate it. But I'm going to leave that growing tip in the hope that that just kind of heals itself a little bit quicker than the rest of the tree. Actually, I might even just leave a couple leaves there, because that'll leave some momentum going there. And because I cut that off, and the sun might draw that up and just kind of make a little, and allow that to be a little more of a branch that's in place. It'll look kind of silly for right now, but I think over time it'll be okay. Still have this huge scar here, which is why I've been thinking about this as being the front. But I think with the re-angle one day, I think that this may actually be a little more of the front, which is not, you know, that's sideways to where the pot is now. But if I had that angled a little bit better like that, does have the best looking roots coming off of that side, but that just hasn't been the way I've been thinking of it. I'd like to, not really all that sure how long it's been in this pot. I'd guess about 2-3 years. It is, I did repot it in what, you know, what I would say is good substrate, but it is the cheaper kind I used to get that has a little bit of turfus in it. So I may consider doing a repot, you know, maybe this summer, but I'm thinking a little more along the lines of maybe next summer. I remember at one point there was an ale root hanging down from there to there. I think I remember somebody commenting if I thought it might survive. It did not make it through the winter, but